What is leadership? By the end of this video, you'll know what leadership is and what it isn't. I'm Jono White, founder and principal consultant of Clarity. I'm based in Australia. I'm on the Sunshine Coast at the moment. I work with leaders around the world in Australia, New Zealand, the US, UK, India to help build leadership capacity in their organizations. Make sure you subscribe to this wherever you're watching it or listening so that you don't miss out on future content about all things leadership. What is leadership? Well, I love John Maxwell's explanation. Leadership is influence. And so my question to you would be, are you influencing people? Are you influencing your family? Are you influencing your friends? Leadership we often think of in the sense of work. So are you influencing people? Are you influencing direction at work? If the answer is yes, then you are a leader. Now, leadership as influence goes both ways because it's not hierarchical in the sense that anyone can influence even if they're not in a position of power. And yet at the same time, these positions of power, whether it's CEO of an organization, whether it's the prime minister of a country, they're significant positions of leadership because they're the positions that have the most influence. In fact, I was working with a leader in the US and this leader said to me, Jono, I want you to ask me the hard questions. I want you to tell me the hard truth. I said, okay. So I sat in on a leadership team meeting and afterwards I gave this feedback to the leader. I said, you wanted me to tell you the hard truth. And a bit nervously I said, well, you're not leading leaders. You are giving a bunch of tasks to some doers. Because in that leadership team meeting, there was no robust discussion. It was purely just someone telling people what to do. And you know what? That leader couldn't stomach that. In fact, they got a bit upset. They've never worked with me since. And you might say, well, why did you say that, Jono? From a business perspective, why would you do that? Well, apart from the fact that they asked me to give them the hard truth, so I felt like it was the right thing to do. The thing about leadership as influence is that the point person of an organization, the leader, the prime minister of a government, but the CEO of an organization, the head of a school, the leader of a small business. Here's the thing, that person is in a position of influence, and my experience says that the ceiling for that organization is that person's leadership capacity. Let me say that again. The ceiling for that organization is that person's leadership capacity, that person's emotional intelligence, that person's understanding of strategy, and how they deploy a team to do that will be the ceiling because they're in the position of most influence. So yes, leadership is influence, but that's why I said the hard truth to the leader in the US, because I knew that if this person isn't up to hearing this, if they're not open to work on this, then this isn't going to be a fit, because I just know from day one, if I'm working with them, they are going to be the ceiling for anything we can achieve in their organization. If you have found this helpful, then I'd love to ask you to do this. Wherever you're watching, in the comments, if this has helped you to get clear on something around leadership, write the word clarity. Comment the word clarity. That would be awesome. And wherever you're watching this, it would be great, once again, if you could subscribe, click follow. Make sure you share this and like it so that more people can hear about leadership and we can all get better as leaders and make a difference in our communities and in our nations and in the world. And don't forget to also follow and subscribe so that you can stay tuned and in the know for future content. We've got great content coming about all things leadership. Thanks for watching.